Hi, my name is Annette Fletcher. I am Miss Delaware Classic Universe, and this is the 2024 Wear Your Crown Empowerment Speaker Series. The series is intended to inspire women and girls into their purpose. How do we do that, you say? We share the stories of a number of phenomenal queens. They share who they are, what they do, why they do it, how it's important, and how you can support them. This is intended to prick the hearts or spark a light in the women and girls who are listening. Today, we have none other than Danielle Norris. Hello, Queen.
Hello, Queen. It's so amazing to be here this morning. Thank you for this opportunity. And hello to all the people that are watching or tuning in.
Look, today we are going to share a little bit about yourself and your platform, what you do, why you do it, and we're going to let it flow. So, would you like to start by introducing yourself?
So, yes, thank you once again. My name is Danielle Norris, aka the Butterfly, and I am from Indianapolis, Indiana, the Midwest. There's more than corn in Indiana. I am I wear many, many hats, not just the one I got on today, but the one I wear many hats in my community, within my family, just in my circle. I am a mental health therapist. I work for a high school. So I get to have 280 babies every day that I help to um, cultivate their minds. And so I am excited about that on a daily basis. Not only am I a therapist at a high school, I also am a certified yoga instructor. I teach yoga 4 or 5 days a week. That's one of my greatest things that I love to do. I am a mother, I'm a grandmother, I'm a behaviorist for the state of Indiana as well. So I help to modify people's behaviors, help them to modify their behaviors. But really, I'm just a student of life. I'm just learning every day. And it just so happens that I get to take a few people along this journey with me, and they trust me to learn their own way of being and navigating through life's journey.
That is powerful. Okay, let you just unpack an absolute like first, mental health is imperative, and I am honored to have you here. One, because in this season of even post COVID, the good thing about COVID is people had time to be with themselves. And that was a good thing, and that was a bad thing for a number of people. But it gave them time to say, I can't do this by myself.
Hmm.
I can use some assistance, some support, some direction, some additional love. Or they came out with absolutely amazing skills and are now starting their own business. But let me go back because this is I'm loving this. So in terms of let's go back to your background first, because I think that ties into what you do. So can
Yeah.
you tell us a little bit about your background?
Yes, I can. Y'all see it real good. Let me move out the way so y'all can see it a little better.
Yes, the butterfly, BFLU, the fearless, be fearless, be light, be you. Yes.
That's it. And that is it in a nutshell. So, um, I was married a while ago. And when I was married, I was 367 pounds. I I was everything that I thought I needed, I looked for in this marriage. And when the marriage went south, um, it kind of really broke me. Like it broke me like I could feel the heart, like I could feel the
Yeah.
heartbreak, like feel it. But anyway, during that marriage, my ex-husband, which is a great guy, it wasn't a great time. And partial, and one of the things that I say to people is, I was part of the problem. It wasn't that it was, it was, oh, he just dogged me out, or no, I was it was us, it was me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
But during the marriage, he would call me, he nicknamed me Miss Butterfly, is what he would say. And he would tell me, the butterfly cannot always see its own beauty.
Mm.
Everybody else could see it, but the butterfly doesn't see it at all. And during the marriage, well, since I was probably about 9 or 10, I suffered with depression. So don't ever say they too young to be depressed. They too young to be going through anything, because you're not. If you are a human being, you could be going through something.
Yes.
So let's dismantle. I like to dismantle all the stigmas associated with everything, not just mental health, but with everything, because it's always something always comes with something. So, so he nicknamed me the butterfly, and it wasn't until we actually separated that I really embodied. I had to go and figure out what does that mean? Why was he even calling me the butterfly? What is a butterfly? So I really began to take a strong liking to butterflies and the whole journey of a butterfly. First being a caterpillar. Remember, I told you I was 367 pounds. I was slow. I was fat. I was barely making it, just crawling through life in real life. It wasn't until I had to go within into my own little cocoon and do this self-work. And then one day it was like, you know what, sis, you gotta pop on out. And I'm like, I gotta pop out. Okay, okay, go ahead and pop out. And so when I popped out, it was like, I didn't even care if the world seen me. I was able to see myself. And in seeing myself and feeling myself, really feeling myself,
Yeah.
was able to really evolve and bloom and transform into this butterfly. And the butterfly is BFLY, is be fearless, be light, and be you. And that's where the Bee Fly comes from. So I am also the owner and operator of Bee Fly Yoga and Wellness as well.
That i- that look, that is powerful, and your timing is impeccable for this. And learn, I'm not going to cry, but God takes us through these journeys that we'd be like, you try, why would you do this? And I'm working on, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. He was like, because I'm not in I'm
Yeah.
in us, I'm in you. Like we do this work together. And until you start acknowledging, what I am doing in your life, then yeah, it is just going to be you doing you. And he does put people in our life who help to manifest our purpose and our mission and our vision. And you sound like you were perfectly placed.
Well, thank you, because I definitely believe that as well. I have a story that, like a lot of women, has layers and layers of trauma and layers of just different things. And you'd be like, what? I know, how did she go through this? And I'd be like, sometimes, like, I really survived that. Like, I did that. Okay. Um, but the thing is, when my grandmother used to say, God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. And I was like, oh God, here go this old talk again. Now I got to think about the deeper meaning in that. And oh my God, but it is so true. And what I've come up with my own kind of old talk as well, is I understand my life to have been set up in such a way that I had to go through several adverse experiences, um, because the purpose and the end goal was that I was going to impact the lives of many people. So, like I said, I didn't say this, but I was born to, my father was on drugs. My father was an alcoholic. He was not a good guy to my mother. I was a child of domestic violence in the home, but my father never hit me. He was
Mm.
a good father to me. Actually, he's one of my best friends to this day. But the circumstances. So I know I can deal when I'm in the high schools or I'm in school, or I deal with people that have a parent that is or someone close to them that are dealing with alcoholism or drug addiction or domestic violence. It's one thing for people to say, oh, I know what you're going through, but for
Mm.
another person to say, oh, I've been there, I feel you. and that feel, we all want to feel connected in some kind of way. And so when somebody say, I feel you, like, no, I feel you. I was a parent. If I had my first child at 15. So when I'm dealing with girls, teenagers, that may have that may find themselves in those same positions. Oh, I feel you, sis. I got you. And understanding that sis and brother are our words. When I call you sis and bro, we are a tribal people. So we want to feel that connection. We are in a time, unfortunately, where families are being, just kind of, they're different. They're different.
Yes.
That's the only word I can say. And so people are looking for that tribal connection. They're looking for that.
Yes.
And so when you say sis and bro, you feel connected to some kind of way. Even if I'm this morning, you say, hey, sis, I'm like, hey, sis, and it's a connection. Boom. We rocking and rolling. And so that is, I feel that. And I think I bring that energy when I meet people and people feel safe with me. I felt unsafe for a large part of my life. So now it's my personal, and then God took me through that unsafety so that I can know how to create safe spaces for people and make people feel safe in my presence, which is really in his presence, because it's really just the God in me, and that's it.
Yes. Oh my girl. Girl, if you get me in here shouting,
We can't
talking about a word.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Okay. That, yeah. This, so the work that you're talking, okay, before we get to the work, your journey was, how people are like, oh, I'm sorry you had to go through that. When you get to a point where you're reflecting on yourself, on your
Mhm,
day, what worked, what didn't work, how can you improve tomorrow?
mhm.
How can you go back and make it better? Or if you're trying to reach somebody, doing that same thing and reflecting inside. Why did that bother me so? Especially when you're
Yeah.
working with kids or younger people. And it's like, I'm not better. I just
Mhm.
I want a better understanding on what I said to jolt or to change this. And how can I go back and really connect to that person or that individual? That work is serious. Because when
It's-
you figure out some of the things that you get mad at or upset or why you went from
Yeah.
zero to, you're like,
Mhm.
oh, that's my work. That's
Yeah.
not that person's work. That's something that I need to go back and look at. And
Yeah.
I started to do that a couple of years, officially, probably a couple of years ago. And I'm still on that same journey, like still working on self every day. And people are like, but you're so happy, you're so this and that. I still have work to do. Right?
It a journey is it's about the journey, not the destination.
Yes.
No, I never want to live a life where I feel like, okay, I'm here, I've arrived. No, because it's about the ride. It is about the ride and how you navigate through this, how you hold on, and how you go with the ups and the downs, and the twists and the turns, and you just surviving the ride, baby. And not only we got to move from surviving the ride to thriving on this ride.
Yes.
Well, that's it.
That part. Okay. So now we've talked about your journey and how the butterfly, the be fearless, be light, be you. It's
Yes.
so awesome. How do you connect so how do you transition from that into working with kids and adults or just kids?
Kids and adults, I have a very wide range of people that I work with on a daily basis. I think I forgot to tell you that I'm also a wellness coach. I'm a physical activity coordinator for a local agency, Center for Women's Urban Wellness here in Indianapolis, Indiana. And so I also get to help other women on their wellness journey as well. So I have a big scope of people that I work with, but I embody this be fearless, be light, be you. So it's never a switch off. when I wake up every day, I have to, you gotta, you fearless, and own that fearlessness when you wake up and you begin to or navigate through your world, because that in itself, just getting up and going, is a lot. And it takes a certain amount of courage to just, okay, on another day, let me get on up out, let me throw these sheets on off this bed, let me get on up, let me get to it. That's a fearless act in itself, because we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
We don't know. So you have to you have to own that fearlessness 24/7. I ain't scared. I ain't never scared. And it's okay if you are scared. But scared don't mean the stuff don't still got to get done.
Right.
So just be fearless in it, own it. I am, today it's a little, I don't know. But I'm still gonna rock it out, and I'm gonna still do it like a boss, and I'm still gonna make it happen. So I don't think that there's ever a point that I transition. I feel like I fully embody being fearless and being light. And being light it goes several different ways. Being light is letting go of things. So it like light in the physical, it like lightening your load. Because when we carry all this stuff, if I carry all that stuff from that marriage, from my childhood, from being a teenage mother, from being on welfare at a certain time, if I carry all of that with me, that's going to make me heavy.
Yes.
That in itself is some heavy stuff. So I encourage us to be light, let that stuff go. Just let it go, let it go, let it go. And then also being light, like, being the light that other people need, being the light that I need. Sometimes we in some dark times in real life. You listen to the radio, if you watch the news, anything, we are in some dark times. So I don't want to be a part of that darkness. Darkness and light it can't stand in the same place at the same time. So
Nope.
I choose to be light. First off, I let things go that do not serve me, and I get to choose. You have the power of choice, and you have freedoms. So I get to choose every day, every second, actually, what is gonna hold me and what ain't. I don't know. That lady had that funky attitude at Starbucks the other morning. That is none of my business. I don't even got to carry that with me. Let me
Right.
let that go. Let me be light. As a matter of fact, girl, the other day I was in the drive-through. No, I pulled up at the dollar store, and this couple, they were so dark. They were so mad at me for getting in this spot that I got in. And one of them called me a bald head, bop, 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 bop. And I had my turban on. And then I just took that turban off, and I did one of these numbers on them. And I reminded them that it was the first day of Kwanzaa, and that we need to operate in unity. And I hit them with that good smile the guy gifted me with, and said, y'all have a good day. Happy Kwanzaa. Remember, the first principle is unity. And you have to hit them with that light sometime. So
Yeah.
we have to not only we have to lighten ourselves. We have to be the light for other people too. And so I think that I embody that. And then the you part, I had to do the work to understand who I am. And I'm not no perfect person. So I had to let go of that perfection, that thought of perfection. And how do I perfect me? It ain't, sis. Whatever it is who you are. Whatever God has already ordained you to be. And I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I don't want to offend anybody, but God is my higher power, and that's who I refer to. So we just have to be okay with being whoever God has orchestrated us to be, and learn how to be the best version of that person. Does that sound about right?
That sound so on time. So I was the first one to basically share, and I kind of was all over the place. But it is imperative that you are perfect in your imperfection where you are.
Mm-hmm.
I always say be perfect in your imperfection. And I got that from my own journey, from this retreat I was on. You have to go back, you guys, to listen to me rant and rave and tell you about this tree that I met. that initially I thought was crazy. We got to go and connect to a tree. But Lynn Betts, I love you. But I connected to a tree and I got that message, be perfect in your imperfection. You are needed where you are as is at this stage, at this level, wherever it is. And if you are one of those people who are like, I ain't got no trauma. I ain't impacted by nothing. I got it all together and I'm okay. You still have work to do. You are still on a journey. And you can tell that by when you're talking to people and your face get mad or your teeth start whistling together and you're like, why am I doing that? What are they
Yes.
doing that is impacting me so? Or when you see other people doing stuff and you're mad, or people that you used to be connected to, you still got like a chip on your shoulder about what they're doing and how they're moving. And it's seriously, like, really, like, authentically, worry about yourself. We are on our own journey, and those people were in your life for a reason. So you start reflecting on what was amazing about y'all being together, what didn't work about y'all being together or you being friends. How have you improved since? Be authentic in what you learned from them, because they are in your life for a reason and a season for a purpose, and typically for your purpose. So stop hope make look, I got these rip-off sheets that I'm about to start putting around my room, just so you know how you have a dream or you're thinking about something, or when you're reflecting on what worked, what didn't, and how you can improve, make a note. If you have a little notebook, put it in your notebook. If you have a calendar, like a yearly calendar, just make a note for yourself, because when you're back there again, you can look at that note or you can reflect on that note and be like, oh, this is something I'm working on. And I'm upset about this because I'm still working on this, or I'm still working on something that is
Mm-hmm.
making me angst about this situation or this person or something that they said or did. And I should not, I should be empowered enough in myself, confident enough in myself to say, breathe, relax, relate, release. I might not be
Yes.
able to address this right now, but I'm taking note of it so that we can talk about it, or I can address it in a healthy way that works for me.
Yes.
Just laying hands and cussing people out, and that's not helping anybody.
No, and that's just putting more negative energy into the world, and energy never dies. And so when we are in a constant, if we find ourselves in this constant state of drama and sadness and just things that are just low vibrational, it
Yes.
is because we've already we putting that negative energy out. So it don't die, it just transforms. Or it just transfers. That's all it does. Negative energy just transfers. So if you got to put some energy out, it best be some good energy
Let's be
because
some good
it's going
energy.
to transfer.
Yeah. So how do we connect to this good, fabulous vibration that you got going on?
Um, how do you connect to it for your own self or just me personally? Because I'm all over the place, and
So,
so I try.
so you have a number of hats that you're wearing that are necessary for the women and girls that are listening today. So, if do you do only individuals in person, like in Indianapolis, or do you do virtual sessions with people? Is it a phone call?
Yeah.
Like, how, if I wanted to be a part of the wellness, is it a program that I just sign up for and we connect virtually to make sure I'm progressing
Yeah.
or working on it?
So
How do we
yeah.
connect to you? Is there a website?
Well, there's on social media, Facebook and Instagram, Danielle Norris, Be Fly Yoga and Wellness, Norris Danielle on Instagram. But I am set up in many different COVID made it possible that I could do virtual sessions. So I have a virtual clientele base. And we just do a video chat because this energy that I'm talking about,
Yes.
it supersedes these waves. And but we are able to connect. And that's what I found that people are looking to do. People just want to be connected with something good and they're looking for something. So I do have a virtual base option for people. If you're in the Midwest, if you're in Indianapolis, I am definitely all over this city doing a lot of stuff, encouraging women of color, all women, but definitely women of Black and Brown communities to get moving because diabetes and heart disease,
Mhm.
um, all those type of things are impacting our lives and the way that we care for our families at large rates. So you can always catch me in Indianapolis somewhere doing something. Um, but yeah, I am hoping to really expand my brand and myself. Not even really my brand, just myself this year. Um, and do more public speaking, more maybe podcasts, more things where I can connect and give this light, share this light with other people.
Well, it is definitely necessary. You and your platform is amazing.
Thank
Be fearless, be light, be you is needed. And we're gonna share this and we're gonna hope that 2024 gives you a larger platform to be able to share because this is so necessary. So if you are listening to this, below is her link, is her Cash App, her Zelle. If you want to make a donation to share and to support the work that Miss Norris is doing, you are welcome to do that. Her links are also below. So if you're like, oh, I need to get some of this good light that I felt during her share, because I know you felt it. If you didn't, just go back and listen again. Go back and listen again. Listen
Okay.
again.
Can I share these 10 things that I would like for everybody to consider this year as we still at the top of the year, y'all. If we're only 4 days in, it ain't too late to be great. It ain't too late to just start on to something new. For me, I found that if we live a life of love, then we will love the life that we live. Um, and one way that I found has worked for me is letting go of the perfection, dealing with it. Deal whatever it is, deal with it. Don't try to avoid, don't try to push it. Well, I back burner this. And I'm not saying be confrontational, but some things that's a part of that fearlessness. Sometimes we are going to have to confront some uncomfortable things in order that we can get on with our journey. So deal with it, whatever that is. And what I really love, number 3 is on my list, is realizing that everything that we do and how we operate stems from our thinking. So I say, let's kill that stinking thinking. It stank. Them thoughts stank. That self talk that we do with our own self. Let's retrain ourselves and let's rewire how we think. How we think, what we think about ourselves, because what we think about ourselves is going to show up in the world one way or the other. It's going to show up in the food we eat. It's going to show up in the relationships, not just our romantic relationships. It's going to show up in our friendships, the way we work with people. So let's get rid of that thinking, and also do something fun each day. Do something fun, something that you like each day. Don't procrastinate. And that is something that's me preaching to me, y'all. That ain't me just, giving y'all something. That's me for me, like on the daily. Don't procrastinate, because when we start to procrastinate, that's where resentment starts to come in, because we don't do what we want to do, what we say we gonna do. But just do it. Make a list of the things that you want to achieve that will make you happy and make you feel alive. That's a whole nother thing. There's okay to make the goals that you want to accomplish, but what do you want to accomplish for you? Like what's your work? What makes you feel happy? What makes you feel alive? Make a list of that stuff, because we don't know until we know. And so we have to be aware of that. Build a network of like-minded people too. If it has to be just your social media platform, go ahead, build that network of people on social media that make you feel good, that are positive, that are I have a sister that is up at 5:30 every morning, and she's like working out and she's jumping around and she's drinking her juice and she got her music playing. And if I roll over at 4 or 5:30 in the morning and I see her, that makes me feel good. That's a positive, and it helps me to start my day on the right track. But then I also got some of them homegirls, and I love them, and I love them. But they be the ones that call me at like 8:30 in the morning. Girl, you can't believe this. And them is the ones that I'll be like, okay, yep, I can't, but I'm gonna believe it a little later. I'm gonna call you back. Bye, I love you. And just align yourself with the people that make you feel good. And then by all means, just breathe. Just breathe. Sometimes things are tough, things are confusing. It's a lot going on, and we have to stay present in the right here and the right now in this moment. We cannot change anything. I can't even change nothing that I said 2 minutes ago in this conversation. So we can't get caught up on the things that have already happened.
Yeah.
When we do that, we produce we begin to worry, we have depression, resentment, all of those things that are low vibrational start to sink in. And when we think about things that have yet to happen, girl, I don't know what's gonna happen next Tuesday, whatever, we begin to invite anxiety and more worry and all this other stuff in our life that we don't even need to be, that ain't good. We need to just be when we are right here in this right now, that is where we really find happy. And that is really where we find healthy in the right here in the right now. And that's where we find our wholeness. Right here, right now, I am all me in this space right here, right now. Ain't nothing happening I can't worry about what's gonna happen in 15 minutes. I can't even worry about what happened 15 minutes ago. Right here and right now is where I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm safe, I'm good, I'm cool, and I'm flowing. So just be in that moment and ask yourself. Sometimes we have to ask ourselves, what's the worst that could happen? I want to write a book. I really want to write a book. And I've been procrastinating. I already told y'all that's my thing. I procrastinate, but I want to not to procrastinate so much moving forward. And I keep saying, well, what's the worst that could happen? I write the book and say that I've written the book, and nobody gets the book. Nobody is not impactful. But what I wanted to do, it would have happened. And my number 10 thing is to be grateful. Be grateful. Be grateful. While things may sometimes seem like they are, bad, there's somebody that has it 10 times worse than you. And you may feel like you're in a bad situation. Then it may very well be. But find something in that situation to be grateful for, even if it's just being grateful for the right here and right now. That's enough to be grateful for. At least you have another chance to get things right. And that's what I got. That is how you live a life of love so you can love the life you live. That's it.
That was perfect. This is the 2024 Wear Your Crown Empowerment Speaker Series with Danielle Norris. Thank you, Queen.
Thank you. Thank you.